Paleo Profiles with Mr. Serabian. And this time around, I ain't messing around. We're in raptor country again, but a much different raptor. This is one that's much, much bigger, and one that's probably a little bit more familiar to you guys if you watch the Jurassic Park films. Because the Velociraptors that we met last time, they are nothing like what you saw in the film. What you actually saw in the film is this guy. Utahraptor. About 3 times the size of a Velociraptor. Instead of 6 feet long, we're talking more like 12 to 15 feet long. Much, much bigger, and to an extent, much more dangerous. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, why didn't they just go with Utahraptors in the Jurassic Park films? Well, long story short, the original book Jurassic Park called them Velociraptors, but they were actually based on Deinonychus. And the problem is Steven Spielberg wanted something bigger, so he got a phone call from a group of paleontologists who found a brand new raptor that didn't have a name yet. So they gave him the size dimensions, but they didn't have a name. So Steven Spielberg stuck what was in the book and called them Velociraptors. But now we know them as Utahraptors. Now, the thing about Utahraptors is that because they were bigger, there's actually questions as to whether or not they actually pack hunted. Pack hunting, as I mentioned before, is kind of a questionable behavior in the first place, but some scientists theorize that as raptors got larger, they became less and less dependent on other members of a pack. So we got one by itself right now. I don't really hear anything else, so I'm assuming that it's probably running solo, at least for now. One last thing I'll say about Utahraptors is that you don't expect something that big to be covered with feathers. Especially if you're familiar with the Jurassic Park films, they had nothing on their bodies. But scientists have been studying the family of raptors for years. We call them the dromaeosaurs, and we've been noticing that almost across the board, dromaeosaurs were completely covered with feathers. We're talking about the small Velociraptors, the big Utahraptors, and even the raptors that were bigger than Utahraptor. Yeah, we've actually found raptors that are bigger than Utahraptors. This was a very successful group of dinosaurs, but a very, very dangerous group. Okay, I'll start backing off. Take it nice and easy, nice and slow. And as I do, I'm just gonna say, this is Mr. Serabian for Paleo Profiles. Stay healthy, stay safe.